गुड मॉर्निंग folks. So I hope you are doing great. कैसे हो सब लोग? How is everyone doing? Hey guys. Hey guys. So good morning. Are you able to hear me? If yes, kindly type yes in the chat. Hi everyone. Hi hi hi. Welcome. So guys, can we start the session? If yes, please type in the chat box. So, guys, let's start the session now. So, first of all, we'll have a quick analysis done on the markets. So, what's exactly going on? Let's have a look. So, as you can see on Bitcoin 1 day time frame, right? First of all, so this is the one day time frame of BTC, and here you can see what we have is a sideways price action currently dominating, right? So we have a massive resistance around this level and a support around this level, and the price is consolidating between these two levels, right? So we are very much aware of what is happening geopolitically, right? So there is a huge conflict between, of course, a second, we have a huge conflict between Iran and Israel, and which is ongoing and which is, of course, escalating as well, right? The whole Middle East is in turmoil. Lots of things are going wrong there. So, as you can see, the market is clearly reflecting the same, the equity markets at least. Bitcoin is still holding up well because Bitcoin is not falling. Each time it falls, the prices do recover from the lower levels, right? But as you can see, when it comes to the equity markets, right, especially Nasdaq or even the Nifty, right, so they are actually bearish. Crude oil prices have shot up. We know the reason behind. The reason is pretty simple. That is, the Iran has actually blocked the state of Hormuz, okay, which is basically a route for global oil, right? So that's why there is huge problem in terms of whatever is actually happening right around crude oil, around the equity markets, right? Of course, whenever there is war, there is economic crisis, right? So when it comes to BTC, so Bitcoin has always seen itself as crypto is always having a use case in warlike situations, primarily when the countries lose out in terms of their currency, strength. That's one. Secondly, the traditional currency system faces a problem. So that's when people actually start buying crypto, right? Because crypto is decentralized and it can be used even when there is no banking network to be operational. So clearly, this is the reason why we see BTC not to be so bearish, because the war is imminent. The war is pretty much happening on a pretty large scale, right? So each time BTC comes down to around 65, $66,000, it does recover from there with a pretty good momentum. There is a huge resistance at 70K. The price, if it closes above 70,000, of course, it will move upwards, right? Now, the thing is, how do we actually plan to capture this move, right? So, we have a coin by the name of Hype, right? So, let me quickly open that. And it is one of our favorite coins when it comes to the price action, right? So, Hyperliquid is one good coin to look at. So it's currently at 32.8, right? And this coin is doing pretty well even when the markets are quite bearish, or at least even when Bitcoin and Ethereum are not doing so well. So why Hyperliquid is doing well is, first of all, there is a reason behind this. Is a decentralized futures platform. It represents a decentralized futures platform, right? So there a lot of institutional players trade on crude oil as well as metals as well as US stocks. So this is one of those ways through which a particular crypto platform is not losing out in revenue or in business even when there is a crisis. Especially, the trade frequency goes up in this kind of situations, and that's what leads to hyperliquid actually holding up to prices. So obviously, guys, since Hyperliquid is one of those platforms and it is doing well, we actually expect this to reach 40 to $45 pretty soon. We just need a closing above $35. So if the price is able to close above $45, then in that case we should be able to achieve it. Okay. So it's a great coin to actually invest. So you can obviously do it in on Giottus, of course, right? You can do this uh, investment on Giottus Academy, on Giottus application. I'm sorry, and here, of course, you can buy it on futures. You can buy it on spot. It doesn't matter. Okay, that's one. Next, as someone has asked, how is River Coin doing? So let's have a look at River. The River was doing quite well last month. I think now it has, yeah, so exactly that's what it is. So last month, River almost touched $85, right? And from there, it has now corrected back to $14. So this is a heavily volatile coin. Okay. Now, of course, that is something to be noted because the volatility is just too high, right? The swings are also quite big. I don't see any valid price action here, to be very honest, right? If the volatility was less, if the price would have maybe consolidated between 50 to $35, then we could have thought of a long or a short or something. But this is just lack of direction. I mean, yes, there is some sort of an uptrending price action, but just try to understand something going to $85 and coming back to $7 and then going back to $14. So that is pure volatility, right? Pure manipulation. So in my point of view, we should not get into river because there is a risk behind it. Okay. Let's now come to the regular coins. Okay. So first of all, let us start with Ethereum. So the analysis is quite simple. The market is still, looking at 2100 as one of the major resistances. Nothing is working against it. Secondly, if you look at Solana, Solana is also having the similar kind of a price action. So $90 is where there is a lot of supply, right? BNB, same thing. Okay, 640 to $650 is where the major amount of supply is. So everywhere there is supply, there is a lot of supply. So one thing that has to be noted is if the market does fail to actually break out 2100, then what might happen is the price might just head down eventually, close below the support, and then go down, right? So of course we don't want bearish markets, but that is what is going to happen probably if this thing continues, if there is no breakout soon. Okay. So today's US Open will be very important. Also, the market is keeping very close eyes on the Iran Israel conflict. If there is something that happens, of course the market will react to it, right? In a pretty, I'd say, volatile manner. So no worries on that. Of course, the risk is obviously there, but we'll take care of it. All right. Let's now come to Ethereum. So Ethereum, okay, so I already covered Ethereum. So that is done. Let's look at XRP. So XRP is also having the same price action. In fact, it is bearish only. Okay. So see, guys, it is war-like situation and things are not going on very well. Okay. So clearly, you just have to be a little, careful with longs. I'll perhaps say just go ahead with some short positions. So shorts can be done on just a second. Let me have a look. So I see XRP as a good short opportunity. So let's just go short on XRP. So we have XRP. So 1.364 to 1.362. Target is towards how much? Oh, 1.24. Okay. Stop loss is 1.43. Leverage can be 6x. Okay, so just a small error. 362 to 364. Okay. So we have this new trade. You can go ahead and, of course, trade this. It should work, probably. Okay. So that's basically it for now. Okay. We have a short on XRP now. So let's see how it works. And guys, kindly go through this, kindly watch the news. It is very important for us. Okay. As of now. So, with that said, I will close the session here. So, thanks everyone for being a part of this. We'll see how the markets continue to move and accordingly update you guys. Okay. So, thanks everyone. Goodbye. Have a nice day.